There is a moment in every journey when quitting looks like the most attractive option. The lights are dim, the path ahead seems thick with shadows, and your heart whispers, maybe this is enough. Maybe what you've built so far doesn't matter. Maybe the goal was too big. Maybe you simply don't have what it takes. But here's the truth. Quitting seems easy only until you realize what you'll lose if you do. In that moment, remembering your why becomes your strongest anchor. It is the quiet voice behind your ambition, the reason you pressed on when it was hard, and the flame that still has the power to ignite you, if you allow it. Today, I want you to sit with that why. I want you to feel it, to let it guide you, especially when quitting seems easy. Section 1. What the why truly is. Your why is not your goal. It's not the recognition, the award, the finish line. Those are what? Your why is deeper. It is the purpose, the motivation, the reason that drives you even when everyone else's encouragement has faded. Think of Jackie Chan. His what might have been creating some of the most unforgettable martial arts films and becoming a global icon of action cinema. But his why? It was to bring joy to people, to inspire audiences with courage and laughter, and to show that resilience and creativity can turn pain into something beautiful. That why kept him pushing past poverty, years of struggle in the Peking Opera School, countless injuries, and the criticism that came before worldwide success. Your why is the promise you made, to yourself or to others. Maybe it's the promise to never give up, to leave a better legacy, to break a cycle, to prove to yourself that you are capable. It might be love, resolve, vision, or remembrance. Why we feel like quitting. To hold on to your why, you must first understand what makes quitting look so easy. It begins with the fatigue that seeps into every muscle and every thought, making even the simplest tasks feel overwhelming. Then comes the comparison trap, watching others' achievements and convincing yourself that you're somehow behind, not good enough, or moving too slowly. Layered on top of that is the fear of failure, the worry of ridicule, and the unsettling possibility of being wrong. Finally, there's the illusion of ease in quitting, the false comfort that walking away erases the struggle, when in truth it only leaves behind regret. But remember, even the greatest icons once stood at the edge of quitting. Take Cristiano Ronaldo. He once said, "I've lost many games, missed many chances, but I never stopped fighting. That is why I succeed." He faced setbacks, but he never let failure define him. Or consider Jack Ma, who reminded us, if you don't give up, you still have a chance. Giving up is the greatest failure. So when quitting feels easy, ask yourself, what if you are closer than you think? What reminding your why does? When you remember your why, something powerful shifts deep within you. Suddenly, the path ahead doesn't feel as blurry. It refreshes your vision and helps you see clearly where you're headed, even when the journey feels uncertain. Your why becomes the fuel that powers your endurance, giving you the strength to push through exhaustion, obstacles, and moments of doubt. It builds resilience within you, shaping a mindset that refuses to break under pressure and instead turns every setback into a stepping stone. Most importantly, it keeps you grounded in purpose. No matter how loud the noise around you gets, no matter how heavy the challenges feel, your why anchors you. It whispers to you in the silence, reminding you that you're not just chasing a goal. You're building a life, a legacy, and a story worth telling. Kobe Bryant lived this truth. His Mamba mentality wasn't about talent alone. He said, hard work outweighs talent, every time. His why was excellence, discipline, and love for the game. That drove him to practice before sunrise when no one else was watching. Your why is the compass that points you forward when the storm clouds blur your path. Ways to recall your why in hard moments. Remembering your why is not automatic. It's something you must intentionally cultivate, like a fire that needs constant tending to keep burning strong. Go back to the beginning and picture the day you first committed. The excitement, the hope, and the reason you started in the first place. Write it down and keep your why visible, where you can see it every day, so it becomes impossible to forget. Visualize the future and see the version of yourself who persisted, who refused to give up, and who now stands in victory because of today's choices. List what you've already won, no matter how small, because every step forward is proof that you're stronger than you think. Remind yourself of the cost of quitting. What dreams, opportunities, or lives will be left unfulfilled if you stop now? Anchor your why in others, remembering who depends on you, who looks up to you, and who will be inspired by your perseverance. Finally, use daily reminders, whether it's powerful quotes, journals filled with reflection, or symbols of purpose, to keep your why alive in your heart and mind, guiding you forward every single day. What will your life look like if you quit today, but keep walking just a little longer? Even celebrities lean on this. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson often says his why is rooted in watching his family struggle with eviction. He reminds himself that every movie role, every gym session, is fueled by that memory. When reminding your why isn't enough. Sometimes remembering your why sparks your spirit, but the road ahead can still feel endless and overwhelming. In those moments, break the task down into smaller, more manageable steps so the journey feels lighter and progress becomes visible. Seek fellowship. Surround yourself with people who understand your struggle, encourage your growth, and remind you that you don't have to carry the weight alone. Reevaluate your plan and adjust where needed. Flexibility is not weakness, but wisdom that keeps you moving forward. Allow yourself moments of rest, because pausing to recharge doesn't mean you're falling behind. It means you're gathering strength for the climb ahead. And most importantly, celebrate the small margins of progress. Every step, no matter how tiny, is proof that you're still advancing, still building, and still on the path toward your greater purpose. Steve Jobs once said, "I'm convinced that about half of what separates the successful entrepreneurs from the non-successful ones is pure perseverance." You might be just one decision away from the breakthrough you've dreamed about. Wisdom from persistence and purpose. Research and lived experience align. Persistence separates success from failure. Goals tied to deep motivations last longer. Self-determination strengthens resilience. Many wins matter. They fuel momentum. Science agrees with what your heart already knows. Purpose fuels persistence. Nelson Mandela captured it best. It always seems impossible until it's done. When the world tells you to leave, your why whispers to stay. Invitation to choose to remember. Right now, pause. Breathe. Ask yourself, why did you begin this journey? What hope were you carrying? Whose life will be different because you stayed? Imagine the regret on the nights you decided stopping was easier than pushing one more inch. Final encouragement and call to persevere. It may never be easy. The storms may seem endless, but every person who changed the world was once tempted to quit. Every champion once stood in failure. Every legacy was built by someone who refused to let go. Your dream isn't done until you refuse to abandon the ground you've already claimed. So when quitting seems easy, let your why hold you. Let it lead you. Let it remind you. You do not have to outrun your fear. You only have to outlast it. You do not have to feel certain. You only have to stay faithful to your why. Remember your why. Refuse to quit. And one day, you'll see, it was worth it. If this video reminded you of your own why, don't let it fade. Carry it with you. Like, share, and subscribe to Motivation Arcane for more wisdom that lifts you when quitting feels easier than fighting. And don't miss our last video, how to stay motivated when building a business feels overwhelming. Because when the late nights, setbacks, and doubts creep in, these rituals remind you why you started and why you can't afford to quit now.